Have you ever made the family's golden child choke on his own arrogance? I poisoned my stepbrother and I don't regret it. When my stepbrother first came into our house, he instantly turned into a golden child. He would leave his dirty laundry on the couch, take my food out of the fridge to make space for his beer bottles, and barge into my room at 9 p.m. because he was bored. I tried setting boundaries, but my stepmother ignored me, and my dad said, boys will be boys. I even put an expensive lock on my door, but my stepbrother literally sawed it off, and my parents told me to either buy a new one or live with it. I thought I could live with this until I graduated and moved out, but then things got way worse. A few weeks ago, I wanted to go to a party hosted by my friend, and my stepbrother followed me all the way to her house. I went home after the party was over, but my friend called me from the hospital the next day with a horrifying story. Turns out my stepbrother had tried to put the moves on her while she was drunk, but she rejected him and tried getting away. He didn't take well to that response and literally punched her in the face, which sent her flying into the wall. Now she was in the hospital with a black eye and was crying because she didn't know what to do. She had talked to the police, but they were asking her questions like, how did he get into your house? Did you invite him in? Her story pushed me over the edge, because what if it had been me who he tried this on? I went to my dad immediately and told him what happened, expecting him to go apeshit or something, but he just laughed and said, well, he was probably drunk and made a mistake. Let's just forget this one. I was shocked. He literally hurt my friend in a vulnerable state, and things could have gone so much worse, but no one was willing to do anything about it. So I decided I'll teach my stepbrother a lesson on my own. I went ahead and bought the nastiest pepper spray I could find, but that was just step one. I went to my friend's house and we wore gas masks before pouring it all out of the bottle and into a bowl of water. Then we boiled the entire thing. I had read online that this could make someone choke on the smell and wasn't that much different from literal poison. My stepbrother always took a water bottle with him when he went to the gym, so I waited until the next day and secretly poured the substance into his bottle right before he was about to leave. I waved him goodbye and he smirked at me. Looks like you've finally fallen for my charms. I let him think that was it to not let him get suspicious. Once he left, I eagerly waited for my parents to get a call from him, hopefully telling them that he suffered burns in his mouth or something. But then 2 hours passed without any news and I started to get anxious. I asked myself what I would do if this didn't work, or if I got caught. That's exactly when I heard my stepmother let out a gut-wrenching scream. I ran down the stairs and saw my parents getting into their car trying to get to the hospital. As it turns out, my brother had opened the bottle while he was driving to take a sip. The toxic fumes probably made his eyes burn because he had crashed the car straight into a truck at an intersection. His legs were crushed on impact and he was in critical condition. Later they told us that he'll recover, but he will never be able to walk again. I had to leave the room as my parents were crying because I couldn't stop smiling. You see, I know I'm probably insane, but I couldn't be more glad at how this turned out in the end. And if he ever tries something like that again, I'll be ready to do something even worse.